Hi Libra, hope you're doing well, and this is going to be your June reading. Now, this reading is going to have two parts. The first part is going to be astrological because two eclipses are coming up, a pretty significant time, and I really wanted to cover them in this reading, okay? And the second one is going to be for tarot. Just a June reading, how eclipses are going to affect you, anything else that may happen in June. That's how the reading is going to be. And also for the first portion of the reading, I would advise to watch this if you are Libra rising. If you are Sun in Libra, yes, that's right. If you are Sun in Libra, Moon in Libra, you can still watch this. You can still take something out of it, but at the same time, it would be best for Libra rising. So let's start, guys. The first eclipse, lunar eclipse, which is culminating something in our life, is happening on June 5th in the sign of Sagittarius in your third house. So what does third house rule? Well, first of all, Mars is going to be challenging this eclipse. So I would advise not to... I know this is crazy, okay, but it does rule vehicles, and if you have to take a short trip around lunar eclipse, please be careful driving, okay, because vehicles are ruled by the third house. There is a Mars, aggressive Mars, challenging the eclipse. So just be mindful when you drive, be mindful when you go on short trips, okay, because this could be a little bit of a challenging influence. However, there might be a relationship with the sibling that's finally either going to progress or maybe come to some kind of an agreement. It could be something related to vehicles where, for example, you finally pay off your car loan, or maybe you are selling your car, you're getting rid of your car. And same, honestly, could even go for maybe like a piece of land, a piece of like some property that's small that you are willing to get rid of or that you've been working on getting rid of. This could also culminate as well. When it comes down to online courses, for example, projects, or a small business, this could be a good time to finally end the project, complete it, finish it up. This could be maybe a good time to finish a course, right? Or not even it could be a good time, it's just that something is going to finally finish, something is going to finally end. And whether it is your initiative or someone else's, this is something that you just have to kind of accept. Also, if you are starting out a new business, right, maybe an online business, for example, something there will finally complete. Maybe something was really challenging. Again, maybe trying to build a website or trying to figure out, I don't know, something easy like prices to maybe, the accounting side of things. But it could finally complete, it could finally bring you a result around the lunar eclipse, because the lunar eclipses are results, and even though with a challenging Mars, it could be something to redo, something to look over again and again, reevaluate, you know what I mean? But that's just the last step to finally culminating it and never coming back to it again. There is going to be a solar eclipse at the end of the year in December in that area, and that's going to be something new, something major, something that you can finally, for example, you're selling a car now, and in December you're going to have a new nice car, the nicest one you ever had, you know what I mean? And your business, if you're finishing up building your small business, then you can really see some action there by the end of the year, maybe growth of clientele or marketing, something like that. But yeah, it's a really interesting time, even though it's a lunar eclipse, but I believe it does bring us shifts. It does still brings us something new, because after one result, we're starting to work on something else, and then we get another result, and then we keep building our goals. So that's exciting. Okay, now the second eclipse, which is going to be solar, and this solar eclipse is happening on June 21st in the sign of Cancer in your 10th house, and this is a very good placement because it is something new in your career, in your status. So for example, if you've been really trying to climb that ladder, if you've been trying to impress authorities, there could be a recognition here happening. If you've been maybe wanting to get married, you know, and for example, you're engaged now, you want to get married, this could finally happen. Maybe the date could be you know, set for the wedding. Maybe you could start preparing for the wedding, you know, same goes for engagements. This could also be maybe a new job, a completely new career opportunity that you possibly couldn't even think of before, and now here it is. And even though June is a very tricky month because we're gonna have most planets retrograde, you know what I mean? So it's kind of a slow month, but at the same time it's not. So even though, you know, Venus is going direct on 25th of June, Mercury is going retrograde on the 18th of June. So it's almost like a door is opening, but you can't quite walk in yet, you know, and this is what you're going to have the rest of the summer for, to really prepare for this new beginning. But it's a very good placement. 10th house, solar eclipse, it's a very, very good placement where your status changes in some way. So it's going to be very exciting, guys. Now I would like to pull some cards for you for the month of June, see what Libra can expect in the month of June. So what can Libra expect to happen in June 2020? Let's see. Oh, the first card you've got is the Star. That is pretty intense. So we do have Page of Wands here. Page of Wands is opportunities. Page of Wands is also, by the way, could very well be younger siblings. So if there is something happening in that sector for you, especially if you're a Libra rising, but again, for Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising, Libra Venus, this reading works very well. This could be maybe something connected again to either younger people. You will be involved somehow throughout the month of June. This could be opportunities as well coming your way. This could be new connections, networking, results of networking, results of maybe trying to promote yourself somehow, collaborate with others, and also make new acquaintances, right? So with Page of Wands here, this is kind of a month of opportunities almost, and it's a really good one, even though Page is just the initial level, but this is what we need, you know, we're taking baby steps towards our goals. So the first card we have here is the Star, and the Star represents healing. The Star represents new hopes and wishes and really wanting to achieve them, or maybe achieving them, right? The Star is that 11th house, you know, our hopes, our wishes, our dreams, our future, our gains from what we accumulated in the past. So why is the Star here? Let's see, guys. Oh wow, so it could really be, honestly, I would say this could be a financial situation here that is either completing or maybe succeeding, or you're succeeding in it. Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles here. So what could it be? A financial venture. Maybe you could receive money that has been owed to you. Maybe again that new job opportunity is going to come around that's much better for you, that is very beneficial, right? Financially especially. With Seven of Pentacles here, you know, it's also, again, Seven of Pentacles is something that you've already done in the past. And now you're waiting for a result. Now it's coming to you and you're patiently waiting for it. But it's not necessarily a lot of work that you have to do again. It's more like waiting for a result that from the previous actions, and the Star gives you that, because again, we have worked hard, right? And now the Star, Aquarius, is giving us the gains, okay? Very significant situation here, guys. I believe it's incredible. And we also have the World card here, suggesting that something here is finally coming to an end. So especially if you've been working on something for a very long time, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 8 years, this is it, okay? Of course, eclipses, yes, they're strong influences. We may not necessarily see that change right on the 5th, right, of the lunar eclipse, or right on 21st of the solar eclipse, but we will see that picture, how things are going to be unfolding in June. And then later on, because eclipses work up until like 6 months, we will definitely see those changes. We will definitely see those drastic changes. Not we, you. I'm a different sign. Okay, now the next card we have here is Six of Wands. So Six of Wands represents recognition. Six of Wands represents some kind of respect almost received for something. So again, if you're diligently, if you have been working on a project, you know, if you have been really paying attention, and you know, it's like your baby almost, you know, you're trying to make it perfect and things like that. The authorities are going to notice, the authorities are going to see it. And it could be something minor, right? From like completing a small project to something, you're going to a job interview, dream job, you know, and here you are getting recognized. Of course, it requires some of your effort, right? It's not all just going to be magical like that. You know, of course, if you're ready to conquer the world, this is a good month for you. If you don't really, you know, don't want to really put effort into this, or don't really want to do much, you just kind of want to go with the flow, not be involved, then maybe, you know, these changes are not going to happen. But why is Six of Wands here? It's almost like, oh, very, very competitive environment, by the way, so watch out for that in June. But it could also be some kind of conflicts, arguments, maybe because, you know, Mars is going to be involved in these two eclipses. It's going to be a little bit of a, not like butter on bread, if that makes sense. It's going to be a little bit of a kick, push, and also a little bit of resistance, and a little bit of conflict here and there. But it could also represent competition here, especially if you're applying for jobs, or especially if you are, you know, trying to kind of compete possibly with someone else there. And from Four of Swords, we're getting Eight of Pentacles. So from basically not much, right, to working, fully working. So for example, if you've been laid off, you know, or if you've been, if you've lost your job, especially recently with all the crisis that's happening, this could be you going back to work, okay? This could be you starting to work again. This could be new duties that are going to show up, new responsibilities that you're going to be taking care of. If it's a love spread here, you're definitely healing from something from the past, you know, you are starting to also work on the relationship, you're completing an old chapter, you're starting completely from a clean slate, you know, you are working towards your goals here, regardless of what it is, love life, career, you know, you're definitely working here, whether it's an actual job or on your relationships, not giving up. And despite of all the conflicts that could arise this month, you know, because of Mars, still, it seems like you are very successful here. Now, the last card we have here is the Devil, and the Devil is our fears. Sometimes the Devil is temptations, some kind of an unhealthy pattern, unhealthy behavior. So why is the Devil here? The Devil could also be a very strong connection to someone that maybe you have experienced for a long time. And you know what's interesting? Wow, I feel like, okay, this is very confusing to me, because I can have two meanings here, and I'm gonna give them to you in a moment. So we've got the Devil, we've got Five of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Four of Wands, and the Hierophant. So how could I interpret these? The Devil energy, it's a toxic person in your life, does not have to be romantic, right? It could just be the toxic person. You could finally let them go, and they could actually leave you alone, okay? And they could just walk away and do their own thing while you are focusing on harmony, while you are focusing on your relationships. If it's a romantic partner that's walking away, that's fine, because we have Four of Wands in the Hierophant. There is already something new here for you. There's already something exciting, something to work towards, something harmonious, where you feel at peace. If it's a romantic partner that is kind of like the Devil to you, those Devil energies that you're strongly attached, but it's hard for you to work things out. Well, first of all, Venus retrograde is helpful here because it's in Gemini. We communicate our issues. But also this part of the month here, the end of the month, you know, maybe it could represent finally getting to some kind of middle ground, finally getting to some kind of agreement. It's important here. From Five of Pentacles, from complete emptiness, misunderstandings, you know, to maybe some direct, straightforward communication here, to conversations, to building that harmony all over again and finding peace. You see the couple in the image, they are working together, they're collaborating, they are a team. They're not against each other in any way, they are a team. So it could be also reconciliation, okay guys? But thank you so much for watching. I hope that your month goes great, and I hope you use all the opportunities that are going to be presented to you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.